Happy holidays, everyone. I'm so glad you could be here with me today as we make a recipe that is perfect for this time of year. And that is my mustard and herb crusted sirloin roast. Olive oil and salt and pepper are oftentimes all you need for a holiday roast, but these ingredients are going to help level it up that much more, so let's get to it. Let's start out with a generous amount of Dijon mustard. Then a touch of whole grain mustard, about 3 parts of Dijon to 1 part of whole grain. We're going to put a tiny bit of honey in this as well. Honey is going to help this roast caramelize. It's not the largest of roasts, so a little honey is going to go a long way. Then we're going to go in with a teaspoon of horseradish. I'm going to whisk that up. Now that that is all mixed together, we're going to start to season up our roast. So I'm using sirloin roast, which is basically like a New York sirloin, except bigger. It's a fabulous roast, nice marbling, tons of flavor. I removed it from the fridge. That way it comes up to room temperature, cooks a little more evenly, and stays a little bit juicier. So let's grab a little bit of olive oil, put it right on top there, and then some cracked pepper. We want to season this generously. Once that's seasoned, we're going to grab our mustard rub, and we're going to place that right on it. You really want a thin layer, just enough to add that umami flavor to it, a little bit of that horseradish, and then you're going to make sure you do this on both sides of the roast, not just the top. Once that's nice and evenly rubbed, we're going to talk about herbs. So I've got 3 different types of chopped herbs here. Chopped rosemary, generous amount, some chopped thyme, and then I've got some fresh chopped parsley. Give that a little mix. Now, let's grab the sirloin and take it out of the pan and put it right on the cutting board. And here is where we're going to make our crust, because what we don't want to do is have all of those herbs fall in with the mustard, and we kind of just want to make it rain on top. And let's make sure you put it all over, top, bottom, sides. So what we don't want to do is place this roast directly on the pan. I'm going to pop in a little bit of celery, carrots, onions, and garlic and place it on top of that. That's going to allow the air to kind of flow evenly and roast it perfectly. And we're going high heat, 475 degrees for about 30 minutes. We're looking for an internal temperature of about 125. Okay, I like where this is going because this looks absolutely perfect, but it has to rest while I whisk together a quick pan sauce, simply by taking the vegetables that are in the bottom of the pan and all that fat and flavor, putting in a little tomato paste, some wine, some beef stock, and then straining it. And by doing that, it's going to create this beautiful, rich pan sauce, which is exactly what we want with this roast. So this has been resting for about 20 minutes. For a roast this size, that's perfect. The bigger the roast, the more time it needs. But because this is only about a 3-pounder, that should be more than sufficient. So we've got it here on the cutting board. Grab your carving knife, and you're going to notice on the end, the sirloin is just perfect. You can see that we absolutely nailed that roast right there. You want it a little bit more well done, you give it a little bit more time. We're going to transfer this back to the platter. Got a little horseradish sour cream that I made, and of course that quick pan sauce. And there it is, the most perfect mustard and herb crusted sirloin roast. Well, that couldn't have come out better. Thanks so much for joining me. Happy holidays. Until we meet again, keep on cooking.